always thinking Nicole, and always over there hiding. Apparently she didn't want to be on the channel today. So what I wanted to talk about today was synchronicities. I did talk about this a few months back, briefly in one of my other videos, but it seems to be like a very strong commonality between people that are going through the Mandela effect. That, you know, we all had this in a smaller, you know, amount beforehand, and now it just seems to be ramping up and ramping up to some extremes. I mean, I've noticed a lot of my subscribers that, you know, they leave comments, and they're all just excited, you know, kind of frantic, like, yes, this has been crazy synchronicities. And so I wanted to touch on that just a little bit. I've been thinking all morning and trying to figure out why. You know, is it because we're more aware, we're more in tune, you know, why are the synchronicities ramping up? And I haven't found the answer yet. But they seem to be like they kind of giving us personal clues, maybe. I'm not sure. I'll tell you a couple of mine. One of them I did talk about a couple months ago, but for those of you that, you know, didn't see that video, I work in a retail store, and this was in the beginning, kind of when I was first had learned about the Mandela effect, and I was bored, and I was thinking to myself, you know, that like if we're living in a simulation, if our reality is what we really think it is. And I thought to myself, well, what would happen if I just, you know, knocked something breakable off the shelf and it broke? But thought to myself, like, it didn't really happen, kind of, sort of. I don't remember exactly my frame of thought at that time, because this actually feels like this was a long time ago. I mean, time has just been really weird, but it seems like this was a long time ago. So, anyways, obviously I didn't do it, but I just remember thinking that, and a few minutes afterwards, I heard something crash on a different part of the store. So I thought, okay. I went over there, and there was this, I think it was like a garden globe glass thing or something, because this was at the end of summer, I believe. And it was off the shelf, and it was broken on the floor, and there was a little kid standing there. And the mom came around, and, you know, she said, no, he didn't do it, or she didn't do it. I can't remember. You know, yeah, the little kid didn't do it, but it's okay. And then my boss comes around the corner, and that was part of what I was thinking when I thought to myself, what if I broke something? You know, would my, and I thought that it didn't happen. You know, would my boss come over and, you know, yell at me or what? And so after the little kid didn't break the glass, my boss came over and jokingly said, Nicole, why did you break that? So yeah, that was a really weird thing. I mean, what are the chances of that happening? That was weird. And then another thing, kind of around the same time, I think, maybe like a month after, I was watching this paranormal TV series, and somebody was wearing a t-shirt that had the name of where I live on it. And I live in a small town. I don't, you know, I could see, like, if I lived in New York City or Miami or something, then that would be like no big deal. No, I live in a little small town, middle of nowhere. So that was really weird. And then, you know, move on to from, you know, more personal synchronicities that we all seem to be experiencing at a greater level to the more larger scale. And I'm going to talk about Westworld just a little bit here, so if you haven't watched it, just turn down the sound for a couple minutes. And I'm bringing this up just because this affects all of us that are experiencing this. you've got just the what the show was based on, on reality not being what you thought and all of that. And then you have the Dolores, which then makes me think of Dolores Cannon, who she talks about different realities and backdrop people. And then you have Ford, and Ford is actually one of the big Mandela effect for logo changes. It's supposed to be the way Ford signs his name, with the straight line and the F, instead of the curly Q that it is now. That looks really quite feminine. Um, and just the whole premise of that right there, that to me is sort of like a large scale synchronicity, and then the whole maze part of it, we have to try and figure this out, which I feel like we're never going to figure this out. And then on one final thing, and you guys can give this a try, and if you get something interesting, post it in the comments, because it was kind of weird. About a month ago, I had read a post where somebody had mentioned that they felt like Google was, reading their mind. And they had mentioned about how they did a search, and it was for some weird thing that they didn't normally search for, and Google right away suggested what they were searching for before they even finished. If that makes any sense? So I was thinking, and I was looking around the room trying to think of something that I've never searched for, that I've never shown an interest for, because when you're online, the internet knows everything, so it's automatically going to pick up things that you've looked at before, and so on and so forth. And so right beside me is a lucky bamboo plant that I have. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I've never ever looked that up. The directions are right on the thing. I didn't need to do any research for lucky bamboo. So if I remember correctly, I started typing in this search, LUC, and then it went lucky, and then the first thing that popped up was lucky bamboo, which I thought was really weird, because you would think it would pick something like lucky numbers or lucky day or something like that. Lucky bamboo? I don't know. It did feel kind of like it was reading my mind, though. It was weird. So give that a try. If you get something interesting, let me know. So anyways, that was it. I just wanted to talk about synchronicities, because it seems like everybody that is experiencing the Mandela effect has been affected by that in a stronger degree as well. So I guess on that note, I will let you guys go. I hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. So if you're like me and you're always thinking and you enjoyed this content, then by all means, hit like. And if you enjoyed this channel and would like to support it, if you haven't already, then please subscribe by hitting the button below. And one more thing, I love reading your comments, and they really mean a lot to me. So please comment below and I will respond. As always, thank you for watching.